guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today we're going to talk about everything that you can do on 1 acre. 1 acre homesteads. And some people for that, they just can't comprehend that because they have this mindset that they have to have this many acres or that many acres in order to do everything they want. And I'm here to tell you today, that's not true. You can do a lot on 1 acre. I mean, a whole heck of a, or less. In fact, there's many books written on this topic. There are many talking about the backyard homestead, or there's many blogs and articles written about this topic talking about the backyard homestead or homesteading on less than an acre or an acre. You can do a lot with an acre. There is a lot of square footage in that land, and you can raise animals, you can have gardens, you can have fruit trees and orchards and all this stuff that people want to have. Now, there's some limitations, and to me, the biggest limitation is probably something you're not even thinking about. We'll get to that in a minute. But I just want to encourage you, and the reason this is coming up again is because we just put out a video recently, and it's got a lot of hits. It was our first official listing that we put up on our website, findahomestead.com. There's so many people out there trying to find homesteads. And so we're kind of expanding in American Homestead to American Homestead Properties. And we've created a brokerage. My wife, Morella, has created a brokerage. And the website is findahomestead.com. And you can go there. There's a whole page of listings for things in our area. We're not covering the whole United States. She's licensed for here. But it gives you options. This is something that has a very high demand, especially in the homesteading world. And so it's something that was naturally we could do and expand in to help people still, and to move in that direction of helping people and giving them resources to how to build a homestead, or things that questions they may ask when it comes to rural internet accessibility, or raising animals and livestock and fencing and so many things. And we have a resources page where you can go to that page and then look at all the different things that the brokerage helps you with if you become a client. Anyway, all that to say, I posted the first video for the brokerage, and there were comments that were like, oh, that's just not enough land for me. I have to have this many acres, or that's all the land you get, and you can do a lot with 1 acre. I just wanted this. There are already people who are very much interested in this property. And so, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying that, and other properties too, but I'm just saying that this mindset that you can't do what you want to do with an acre, or even a couple acres, or even less than an acre, that has to be stopped. It has to be stopped. I'm here to stop it. You can do a lot. You can have the gardens, the chickens. The entry-level drug of homesteading is chickens. Always has been, always will be chickens. You can have sheep or goats. You can have those orchards. You can have that massive garden. A 5,000 square foot garden is like nothing for an acre. And a 5,000 square foot garden can produce a lot of food. So I want to dispel this myth that you can't do what you want with that acre. Now, limitations. If you want to have an entire herd of cattle, not going to happen on an acre, obviously. I have probably 10 acres or so of pasture on my property spread throughout. And that's probably at my max for the amount of sheep I have. And I think I have like 30 sheep, 30 little white lawnmowers that work their way around the homestead. And that's probably their max for around 30, 35 sheep-ish, And so I'm at the point now where I've gotten my herd so big that I have to start selling them because my land just can't support it. But if you want to have cows, milk cows, or God forbid you want horses, because horses are just like this money pit that you have to, there's no way you can do that. If leave a comment below. You know what I'm talking about if you have horses. Horses are like boats. You celebrate on the day you buy the horse, and you celebrate on the day you get rid of the horse. Because they are just money pits. And if we were living 100 years ago, yeah, they'd have function. But, if I didn't have my tractor or my truck, yes, I would have a horse. No, horses, no doubt about it. But just for entertainment purposes, money pits. And they're just never-ending feed machines. You have to feed them constantly, and just tons and tons of food. Anyway, all that to say, the limitations. There are limitations with an acre when you want to do sizable things, sizable productions, but you can sustain yourself. There is self-reliance that's achievable with a 1 acre homestead, or less even. You can do that. The biggest, I would say, con to all this, the biggest thing that's probably that would prevent me perhaps in having an acre for a homestead, and maybe you would want to take this into consideration as well, is chances are with a smaller plot of land, it may mean that people in that area are closer together. There's more of a population density. And with population densities come a bunch of communist nonsense idiots. A bunch of Karens that want to tell you how to live on your 1 acre. Bigger population densities, that's what comes with it. And so you'll have a homeowners association maybe in the area, or zoning or ordinances that tell you what you can do on that 1 acre. I did that video recently where I talked about chickens and how illegal and how this was like, it made people a lot of homestead outlaws. And the comments were like, oh yes, this is where that's my life. That is my life. And I'm doing it anyway. I don't care what these Karens say. I'm going to do it anyway. Lots of you guys were like that. That's the biggest detriment that I can see with having a 1 acre homestead. If that's the case, then I would definitely shy away from the 1 acre. But if you can get somewhere that's more rural, that doesn't have that zoning, I mean, there's places like the one we just focused on findahomestead.com. On the main page right there, that homestead's like it's like 1 1/3 acre. There's no zoning there. There's no ordinances for that county. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to get permission from some Karen down at the city council to put up a chicken coop or to improve on your building or, to mow your lawn or to go to the bathroom. You don't have to get permission from Karens. So if you can find a place like that, then most of the other things that are going to prevent you from doing what you want are thrown by the wayside. That to me is the biggest thing that I see that would prevent you from wanting to jump on a 1 acre homestead. There are people out there who are like, Zach, I just can't afford what I want, so I'm not going to buy it. And there is no Shangri-La. I've told people this a lot. There is no Shangri-La. Find a place that's got some of the things. Make a list of 10 things that you want on a homestead, and the first time, water should be probably number 1 and always fulfilled. But find a place where that 3 of those things, those 10 things on your list of 10 things are fulfilled, one of them being water, and then jump on it. You can make everything else happen with time and eventually money. You don't have to be rich. You can take that time and over time make everything else you want on a homestead. There's no Shangri-La, and that's something else I see that prevents a lot of people from jumping on homesteads, is that I don't have the money right now. I can't find the place that I want right now. I can't find the acreage that I want right now, and so I'm just not going to do anything. Don't wait. Don't wait. You know all the reasons why I'm telling you not to wait. I've talked about that in other videos. But you can do it. Don't let size, of a small homestead acreage prevent you from chasing your dreams. There's so much that you can do with that. All right, guys. Video sponsored by Genesis Gold Group. You want to check them out. There's an ad right there at the end of the video. We're going to talk about, I got another video coming out soon. We're going to talk, Dave Ramsey. Gold is so archaic. It's just a rock. Nobody wants it anymore. Okay, Dave. All right there, Dave. Stay tuned for that video coming up in a little bit. Maybe I'll get it out tomorrow. But anyway, I hope you found this video encouraging. Leave a comment below. Let me know how many acres you are on. Let me know your experience with that. Let me know your experience with the Karens out there for zoning and ordinances. Have you had to deal with this nonsense? Would you like to move to a bigger place, something more rural or even smaller? But just out of the way of all the nanny state nonsense that we have to deal with in some of these more populated areas. Leave a comment below. I'd love to know your experience. Your experience might help someone else who's reading in the comments below and help them guide them on, their future endeavors. So your input is valuable. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. Check out our merchandise, teespring.com. Stupid Shit Hurt, our absolute best-selling shirt that we have ever had over at teespring.com. Lots of other shirts sell too, but this is always our bestseller. Makes a great gift if you want to give it to anybody. Stupid Shit Hurt, because if we had more hurt in this world, there'd be a lot less stupid. You know it's true. All right, see you next time at the Homestead. Bye! This is Grandma. Grandma survived the Great Depression. She survived the Great Depression because her supply chain was local and she knew how to do stuff. Grandma was smart. Grandma told us to make do with what you got. She also said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Homesteading is all about self-reliance and declaring ourselves to be independent from the system. We grow our own food, we raise our own animals, and doing these things helps safeguard our families from the unpredictable world that surrounds us. But what about banking? I love being my own power company, but what about being my own bank? Right now, our country is over $30 trillion in debt and rising. The Fed keeps printing money, and the Congress won't stop spending money. Staying attached to the modern banking system and their investment vehicles is like putting all of your eggs in one very, very fragile basket. On one side, you have the threat of inflation and your savings value floating away. And the other side is a possible deflationary stock market collapse, just like what happened in the 1930s. Genesis Gold Group is like a basket holding eggs, and these eggs are impossible to break. History shows us that all paper investments have and will return to their intrinsic value eventually. Zero. But gold, silver, and other precious metals have never, ever been worthless. In every collapse throughout history, people have turned back to precious metals to find monetary value. If you have a 401k, an IRA, or a savings account where you're literally watching the purchasing power inflate away, give Genesis Gold Group a call right now. Today. This instant. They can develop a strategy for you in the days ahead. I can tell you how I raise sheep, I can tell you how I raise chickens, or the best way to grow tomatoes, or how to hook up a solar panel. But Genesis Gold Group is your best shot at safeguarding your hard-earned savings and investments during this increasingly turbulent time in history. The link and phone number is in the description below, or visit their website at genesisgoldgroup.com. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait.